Alan, what's going on, buddy? Nice and cool over here in the shade. The sun was starting to get a little bit warm. So Alan, is the quality on here that much better? Get ready for this weekend. Nice. Let's just go. Hopefully we don't get run over. Getting ready, mentally ready for this weekend. You're staying at New York? Is that where you're staying this weekend? It's the entrance for Encore. Kristen, welcome in. Nice. We'll definitely be out this weekend walking around. So, and now my schedule has kind of changed too, so I have more time for the afternoon walks than I did before. Jen, you don't think YouTube freezes as much as TikTok? Yeah, I think I've noticed that a little bit myself. So, like, the one thing that's nice about this app that I use, this Prism app, is it has like a little display that shows the strength of the signal and all that stuff. It's a lot easier to see. Like, TikTok has like a little dot up in the corner that tells me my signal strength, and a lot of times you guys are telling me it's freezing, and it's showing that it's green, and I'm like, we don't even know as the creators. It was freezing a lot today. It was freezing a lot the last couple nights too. Well, we're trying to build the interaction over here with the chat, and you know, eventually once we hit our 500 subscribers and I think it's 3,000 watch hours, then that opens up like a super chat where, you know, people can send gifts and stuff like that on YouTube also. But our main goal is to monetize for the ads and stuff like that. Not just, you know, I appreciate the support that the people in the chat give us, but you know, it'd be nice to have the support from the actual platform, which TikTok keeps rolling back their support of the creators and giving us less and less. So, you know, like being in the creators thing over on TikTok, you know, you get your 1,000 views, every 1,000 qualified views, you know, the amount of money that they're giving you has gone down and down. So it's, some of our videos are making way less with more views than some of our past videos have done. So yeah, so if you have any suggestions for the community name, like we were talking about earlier, go ahead over on the community post on our page here and put that suggestion in the box. We'll probably do a poll on there, like once we get like we have two, I think, top contender names, and then we'll get a third name. But it's important to us to get community input on the name. And let's not do like they did on the internet before. It's the Neon City Chatty McChatters. What was that boat or whatever they did over in England? I think they had like an online poll. Yes, there's been a lot of Waymo vehicles driving around. I'm just wondering when their mapping's going to be done. I haven't really paid as much attention as I probably should, but I have noticed them. But hey, if that's what you guys pick, the Neon City Chatty McChatters, then I guess that's the name we would go with, right? Doing some construction out here in front of Tacos El Pastor. So I think there's like 2 outdoor events at SEMA today, and maybe we can see them. If not, maybe we can see some cars in the parking lot or something like that. I don't know. I just figured this would be a pretty cool thing to walk up to the convention center. It's really not a horrible walk. It's kind of right across from Resorts World, right past the Ross that's up here. NeonCityWalker Coffee Crew. There we go. We got it. That's the other thing too, is once we get our 500 subscribers and we get our watch hours, we can attach our Printify or Shopify, so whatever store we have, directly to our YouTube channel, which will be a lot easier for people if they wanted to get a t-shirt. They don't have to go through all the links and all that stuff to find it. And we're gonna probably make some new t-shirts and sweatshirts and stuff like that. So right up past the pepper mill here, which is not that far from us, is where I think one of the events for SEMA is. Now we can walk down this way, but I want to go check out. So that's, if you take this convention center drive here, that is that'll take you right down to the convention center. But we're gonna go walk and see if this, I think they were building a drift course or something like that over here. So we're gonna go check that out first, and then we'll walk down towards the convention center. Bears, what's going on? Welcome back. What is happening at the convention center? We have SEMA here this week. And I think, isn't Friday night like the car parade? Murakami, you would probably know. Is it Friday night that they have the parade down the strip? I have to hook you guys up to a charger in a couple minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna do the poll when we sign off. I'll set the pole up because I forgot to do it in between the break there. Doesn't look like it's happening over here today. I thought I saw them doing something in here. But we'll walk over and check it out, and then we'll walk through. Peppermill's pretty packed. Mark, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, if we drop the name suggestion first, then we can pick a couple names from the name suggestions and do the poll. Abby, what's going on? All right, this is where, but now, all right, let's walk back up and go up Convention Center Drive. That looks like probably where more people were. So we'll walk up to the Convention Center that way. Last year they had a drift track right here in this parking lot. I thought that I saw them setting it up the other day, but maybe they were just having the trucks deliver stuff. So we'll walk back up this way. Get you a shot of Resorts World. Don't worry, I'm not going to yell at the building. I think I'm going to have to pull over soon to take my my long sleeve t-shirt off. It's getting pretty warm out here. What was it? Somebody said it was like 68. Had to look it up, the SEMA stuff. All right, that coffee's done. Let's see, Peel to Win. Let's see what we got today on our McDonald's cup. We got the Pennsylvania Railroad. If anybody needs the Pennsylvania Railroad, let me know. I'll send it to you. Yes, put some suggestions there. No. It's actually a really nice building. It is getting warm today, that's for sure. There we go. We got, oh, there we go. We got a link for the Aroma Retail. If you guys, we are affiliates for Aroma Retail. So we have some links and a promo code that'll get you a 20% discount if you're looking to get your house smelling like a one of your favorite resorts out here. So let's walk down and see how busy SEMA is. This is like one of the biggest conventions that they have out here. So let's go take a walk past. Now the indoor skydiving here, Flyaway, that shut down a while ago. I always wanted to check that out. I thought that would have been pretty cool to do. Yeah, I can't remember how many people they bring, but the crowd out here is looking huge. That's a nice car over there. Let me zoom in a little bit when we walk past. That's really nice. That looks like a car Murakami would like. Or maybe it is Murakami. Are you out here? I think the last day of SEMA, which would be this Friday, I think they open it up to the general public. I know that did look like a Hot Wheels car, right? What was that? That was a Dodge Viper Murakami? The Lamborghini's still in the shop, yeah. Those things, they probably, I feel like Lamborghinis are probably like expensive to maintain. Especially when you go revving up and down the strip like you do. Bagel-mania. Pretty good, kind of expensive. Wonder how close we can get. I never had the pastrami, to be honest. I've had the pastrami, corned beef, Swiss cheese burrito at Greenberg's Deli at New York, New York, which is really, really good. Oh, that's nice. That's an old BMW there, eh? Let me zoom out a little bit here. Some of the ugliest vehicles ever made, Cybertrucks. So that's the loop tunnel right there. That's where the Teslas are coming out. That's the loop over here. wow, that's pretty neat. I'd like to get a little buggy like that, man, to drive around in the desert. How cool would that be? That kind of matches our colors too. Should have brought some earplugs or something. to get a close-up of right here when they come around. I think it's the same track over and over. That is loud and smoky. Yeah, there's a place out here down by the M Casino that I think you can do drift. You can actually drive it and drift it. I think they have somebody in the car with you, if I'm not mistaken. There's like a whole track down there. Go try to find another view. we did start on TikTok earlier, and then we continued our walk up here. We're outside of SEMA. It's a drift exposition. Semi out here doing it yesterday. That would have been cool to let's walk over. I think they have some passengers riding with them. I think I saw someone in there. Whew. See, this is what I like. I like these old-timey trucks. All patinaed up. Trying to walk over to that rig. I don't know if we need a ticket to it all rusted up. That looks awesome. If I could have, I'd get an old truck like this. Old square, all rusted up. Look at that. That's an awesome patina. Love the smell of tire smoke in the morning. Quite a bit of it over here in Murakami, that's for sure. Oh, we got some food trucks. We got some wood fire pizza, Big Daddy's barbecue. back out a little bit there. If you got 3 of those trucks in your backyard, people would probably totally be buying them up off you if you were selling them. See, we could have came up the other way. I was right. I was just wrong on where it was. Southern Comfort Foods, some hibachi, nice Filipino street foods, and pizza over here. Listen, if I had the space and the know-how to do something like that, I would totally rebuild a car, but I don't know how. I don't know that much about cars. I know what I learned on YouTube. That's basically how to do some basic stuff on, well, it was my Prius and my, now my Tesla I mess around with. I know, right? People are like, you're at SEMA with all these. You know, I think it's impossible to drift with a Tesla. I think I read that somewhere. Your husband's project trucks. You never told him he had to finish one project before the starts on the next one? I think you can see that they have somebody. Ooh, a demolition derby, that would be cool. That's a losing battle, yeah. I have a tendency to start projects and not finish them, and then Jay eventually makes me get rid of them. I've done Twitch before. Now with this Prism Live, I could like dual stream, send it out to I think Twitch, Kick, and YouTube at the same time. I just don't know how the chat would work. Yeah, I use a gimbal. Right now I kind of have it in free mode so that I have more control over it. But I definitely need a new gimbal. This one's getting a little bit loose. It's been dropped quite a few times. Oh, I got little pieces of tire all over mine too. All over the gimbal. Yeah, getting sprayed with tire, little pieces of rubber. Yeah, I've done Twitch once or twice. Something going up at the main hall also. If you guys want to take a walk up that way, we can do that. It was inches from that wall. All right, we'll go after these guys. We'll go up, take a walk. This is basically like driving on the 15 out here. seen this car go by yet. The outside car. Now it's the inside car. Yeah, I guess in case there's a wreck, right? Is that what you mean, Vanessa? Flex Seal. I need some Flex Seal. That is so freaking loud, man. If I come here next year, definitely gonna have to bring some earplugs. Totally wasn't thinking about coming here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to plug in a charger here for dropping. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that, kind of like they do on, hold on, I gotta plug you guys in real quick. There we go, that's better. That is more better. Whoop. There we go. Got some battery. Now let's walk up to Convention Center. I think I think there's something going on up there. Yeah, this is SEMA.
You did yesterday.
Wow, that's a pretty but where are you going to charge if you're out in the middle of the woods? Where are you charging? I guess you need to have like some kind of solar charger with you. Yeah, you definitely would have to have some solar panels, right? I mean, I don't necessarily get the whole, you know, because the range on a Cybertruck's not that great. I mean, I have a standard range Tesla, and I get pretty good. I think, you know, going to Phoenix, we had to stop and charge up like twice in between Vegas and Phoenix. Wasn't too bad. But it's definitely, I think, I don't know if I would want a chance going out into like the wilderness and relying on that. Check your charger is not properly charging. Okay. Hopefully I have another cord with me. So I don't have the full self-driving mode. I have the like adaptive driving when you're on the highway. It'll just keep you in the same lane. And it'll adjust your speed. The full driving mode is like $100 a month or something like that for a subscription. It's an add-on that you can do when you buy brand new. I think for like $8 grand or something like that. But it's nice while you're on the highway, and you can just put it on that cruise control. Now, it won't stop at like a stoplight or something like that. Well, I've never tested it because I don't trust it fully 100%. And going around some of the longer curves, you know, on the highway, kind of sometimes gets a little nerve-wracking. So I usually switch it out of that mode as I'm driving. I'm trying to reach another cord in my bag. There we go. Let's see if this cord works. Well, personal Zooks would be awesome. On 100% charged battery, which you normally don't charge it to 100%. You keep it in within 80 to 20% range for your daily driving. I think it's like 256, something like that, to charge at 100%. Here, I got to put you guys down over here and figure out this charging situation. Let's see, is that charging now? I think that's charging now. I don't know. Yeah, 256 on a full battery, which is perfect for us out here. And it costs me about, if I charge, I usually charge at night, and well, I charge at my house mostly. So it's costing pennies on the dollar. For a full charge, I think it costs around like 10 or 11 bucks, something like that. I don't think it's ever cost me more than like $12 to do like from 15% to like 80%. Like my son has a Honda Accord, and he averages around 24 miles per gallon, which isn't bad. On the highway, we get up around like 33. It's a 2016. So, you know. Now the Prius, when I had the Prius before we had the Tesla, I was getting really good range. That was a 2013 Prius I had with 265,000 miles. And I was still getting around 47 miles per gallon on that. But I got rid of that because the inverter pump started going bad. And that was a pain in the ass to swap out. I swapped it out once before, and the coolant pump was starting to go bad again. They both had about 100,000 miles on them, so I guess that's kind of normal. But yeah, I was getting around 47 miles per gallon. About, for a tank, it had a 10-gallon tank. I was getting around 470, between 400 miles and 470. The new ones are pretty nice. Now, I mean, I do like. So we had a 3rd gen one for the. There was a lot of issues with the EGR valve. I had to replace that. I did a lot of maintenance on that car. If you do run out of gas, so. But I really like the Ionics. I really like that right there. Dang. And this. I'll take this right here. This is nice.
There's nothing like those security cameras. They're the best. They're the best.
Yeah, I love the old cars too. This is cool. I might actually, I wonder what time this is on to, because I might go home actually, end the live, go home and grab my kids and bring them back up here to see this. I had no idea that this was here. I think this was Murakami's suggestion to come up here and just take a walk around. I didn't know that they had this stuff open to the public. They do a, oh, that's really cool. Totally awesome lighting. I bet that. Nitrous Circus. I wonder what that is. Ooh, we got to go check this out. This car just caught me. Oh, look, it's from it's the Tow Matters. Isn't that from what was that car? Cars. Look at this old Buick. That is freaking awesome. The paint on this is amazing. That paint is amazing. Wow. Murakami, jump on a flight, man. That's pretty cool. Go cruise around the desert. That's really like a neon. That's the pink zombie. That is pretty cool. Love the graphics. Yeah, I think that was a Cutlass. This says it's not a wrap. Wow, did they polish that up? That is, they polished that chrome. That is unbelievable. Yeah, I think that was an old Cutlass. Jay used to have a Cutlass. When we first started dating, she bought a Cutlass. That's nice. That's an old Cadillac. That's like an old mob car. Get about 12 bodies in the trunk of this, John. Look how big that trunk is. I think she had an 86. I want to say. Then she had a, oh, you like the Porsches, Murakami? I'll take you back over. And then she had a Volkswagen Cabriolet. I love that car. Now, we gave that car to my sister because she was going to get it restored, and then the person restoring it kind of disappeared with it. So we were really pissed off because we wanted it back. We're like, well, if you're not going to do it, hey, we're in Vegas, right? We want to get back to when the mob ran Vegas. We need to find the Cadillacs with the big trunks, the Ford LTDs. Remember the Ford LTD? Solomon, what's going on? Your Porsche guy. Porsches are nice. I like the older Porsches. Here's a Porsche for you, Murakami. I like this one.
Looks like, was it yours? Yeah, this color, but it's similar, right? Yeah. That's on my bro, like, take your time. Right here. Right here.
They're doing some kind of photos up in the front. I don't want to get in their way. Nice little rat rod here.
Yeah. Yeah, they changed it. Yeah. He can tell you that, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Somebody has a nice wrapped Tesla here. What's in the frunk? It sounds like there's something going on over this way. Let's go over this way. Maybe some more drifting or something. I did not know they had all this out here. Go back to the yellow Mustang. How far back was that? We'll try to catch on the way. Sitting on the ground. I'm a little too short to even see what's going on out there. And my man right there got like a 6-foot pole.
I got close enough.
Hey, there's nothing better than a big old
See that there? I couldn't really see nothing. There's another Porsche. That's a nice color combination. The orange and the blue. That's a nice color combination. All right, let's go back and try to find that yellow, the yellow Mustang. couldn't get too close to it.
Oh, there we go. Give it up for the Batty Garage. Oh, look, you got a power steering cap. You might need that, girl.
Yeah, I think
We'll
we
get it
could
for
get
you.
back over that way.
It's going to be a little hot. I'll tell you what, those stock LS power steering pumps. Make some noise for Batty Garage. She leaves the front yard. That thing.
Get the and heat road trucks and stuff. Over where we were just